Hi and good afternoon. My name's Lucinda and I'm happy to be here. Goodness, this is some weather we're having, huh? The cosmic weather. Well, lots of things are just around the corner. Life. Life is just around the corner. I did a really good energy treatment this morning, which was really good. Well, it starts at 12, but it's really cool. It's free, and then like people sign up for it, and then I do it. But I put myself in it today. That's why I'm a little behind right now because it was a pretty deep treatment. Very happy about that. So today is the 25th, Monday. All right. And tomorrow, Mercury goes retrograde. So we might be feeling that right now, especially in our finances and let's see. Yeah, in our finances, like how we feel about the earth, right? Okay. Very natural. Breathe into it. Breathe into it. Understand that it's going to take a little bit longer to talk to people because we're looking to misconstrue things because we're so deep in our own rabbit holes. So everything that you say to another individual right now is going to be reflective to them of what they're thinking of. It won't have anything to do with you. 3 weeks of this. You're welcome. 3 weeks. 3 weeks of listening, active listening. Okay. Understand that right now, if you are listening to me, okay, that it's your position to help others out. Okay. I will help you and you will help others. And that's how this is all going to work. Okay. So if you know people who struggle and they could like do some things for themselves that you see, right? You telling them it's not going to work. All right. You seeing for yourself what it is that needs to be done, that will work. And that's kind of like what this retrograde is. This retrograde is all about learning to lovingly communicate with yourself in many different aspects, knowing that you are the most important person in your experience and you're the one who's interpreting it and creating perception. That perception are the rules and beliefs that you live by. Well, I say it every time. I just say it in different ways. Mostly what it is it's really coming into an understanding that you're enough. Right now, things changed very rapidly, even though nothing has changed yet. And this is how fast we can shift things through our thoughts. This is how fast. Why do we choose to anchor into that which is limitation? Why? We anchored right into limitation and it almost sunk us. It was like an anchor. We dropped anchor in limitation. We were like, oh, fuck, we'll never be the same. You know what? We wouldn't have been the same anyway. We just wouldn't have. It's a different time. It's a different game. It's different. Pluto moving into Aquarius for around 19 years, right? This is a head game. This is humanitarianism. This is how we come together through thoughts and actions. And it's not going to be pleasant. Not at first. The idea is to create the energy that you want to operate in. So you have to do that through how you think and how you feel. If you're feeling overwhelmed, I was overwhelmed a lot yesterday. Overwhelm was like a really big, it was very substantial yesterday. Overwhelm was. And it wasn't until I finally realized that that's what I was experiencing, because I have a tendency to push it out an awful lot. I don't like the feeling of overwhelm when I have too many things to do that weren't there yesterday. And that the things that I didn't do yesterday still are undone because it continues to compile. and it gets more and more and more, and everybody wants to be heard from, and everybody wants to be sigiled. And it's just very interesting to me. It wasn't this difficult. We didn't have this many rules. These are things that we were talking to ourselves yesterday, right? And that's a lie. That's a lie. We've always had this much. Something snuck up that isn't like it's an annual thing rather than a monthly thing, right? Or maybe somebody, a blast from the past, stepped in and you're like, oh man, what do they want? And you get overwhelmed simply because there's so much change around us right now. This change is where you sit still as much as possible. Sit still as much as possible. Plug into your community as much as possible. Get with people who have the same like-minded thinking and practices as you do. Yeah, it's life. So the idea is to allow yourself, right, to be enough in the situation. How do you do that? That's like some woo-woo stuff. Mostly what it is like as you look through like your life and you see things that don't bring you joy. Ask yourself, what am I feeling? Right? For me, it could be a bill, right? I'm looking at a bill. Does that bring me joy? Probably fucking not. Probably fucking not. It probably represents limitation and less and just all kinds of stuff, right? And why? Why would it represent that? Because that's the story in my head. That's the story in my heart. That's the vibration that I am giving it. I don't have to feel those things, but that's what I chose. That's my perception. The bill, oh my God, now I have to give somebody else my money, right? First, money isn't anyone's. All right. Nothing that we have is ours. It really isn't. It's on loan until we die. It's on loan until we die. So we're either going to feel the ramification of the credit until we die. All right. Or we're going to feel everything else in between. All right. When we die, when we let go of our physical aspects, all those physical aspects don't matter any longer. So the idea is, how do you enjoy your physical aspects now, right? As you would later, right? When they're not there, when they're not present. All right. So because money doesn't exist, what it is it's a cartoon game to make us feel and behave a certain way. All right. In that feeling and that behavior stems from how you think. That feeling stems from how you emotion. All right. The idea is to choose emotions that have nothing to do with what others would like for you to think and feel. All right. Choose something that feels readily wonderful. When I pick up the bill, I can say, oh, the representation of this is that I have lights. I have lights for 2 months. This is really freaking awesome. This is a great investment. I'm going to go ahead and have lights for another 2 months. Right on. I could pay this easily, effortlessly. Okay, there we go. Great. And all I'm doing is shifting currency through the system. That's it. I'm shifting currency through the system. All right. I'm moving their debt around because it's their debt. It's not my debt. They've created this for us. All right. So if I want to live within society, okay, in space, like if I want to have a house and I want to have a place of business, then I need to practice within that society. I don't have to, though, take on their feelings and emotions and their thoughts about how it works, right? It doesn't have to be that important. It just doesn't. Pick and choose what brings you joy. All right? And see when something doesn't, how you can make it joyful. Have a great day.